Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It's your host, CK Payne here. I just want to thank you for blowing up the last episodes. The numbers are rolling in and they're looking great so far. Well, thank you so much for also running up our social medias. And take no further ado, I'm so glad to have my co-host back with me for the second episode.
What's up, everybody? I enjoyed the first episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing how good this one's gonna be.
Absolutely, man. Also, go follow our socials on Instagram at Official Bobby Turtle Podcast, our Twitter at Bobby Turtle Pod, and also like our Facebook page, Official Bobby Turtle Podcast. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. That being said, it is P. Moody time. Peyton Moody, tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy.
Like, what's up, man? I'm 17, junior at Albany High.
I got you.
We got
Where
that.
you work at right now?
I work at Cracker Barrel, man.
Cracker
Cracker
Barrel.
Barrel, I love Cracker Barrel.
It's so good.
I love to eat
Smacks,
Cracker
man.
Barrel. What's it like working there?
It's a great environment, you know. It's
is.
kind of boring though.
What do you
really
do there?
enjoy
Are
it.
you a waiter or?
Nah, I work cash and stock, so I'm like
okay.
retail side.
I got
You got like the easy job.
Yeah, I got the easy job.
Yeah, facts.
What all they make you stock up there?
Literally everything.
The
in
little
store.
knickknacks that the old ladies buy.
Is
Yeah,
everything
all
frozen?
them, like them little ornaments and all that kind of
old
shit.
ladies go crazy over there.
Is the food there frozen? Or is
I
it
don't know.
all fresh,
I
never
don't-
frozen?
I don't go in the kitchen.
Oh,
I couldn't
so
tell
it's
you.
not-
He don't work in no kitchen.
I don't know. I figured he'd know. He's a
He
stocker.
stocks.
Well, maybe he stocked the chicken.
No, he said he don't deal with food.
But he ain't say he don't deal
I
with
just
food.
asked him if he does the knickknacks for the old ladies, and that's what he said.
Well, I didn't know that meant food, bro.
Oh my gosh.
All right, whatever.
Nah, I ain't even
So you ain't got a clue whether or not the food ever frozen.
I mean, there's a freezer back there, like keep things fresh, but I don't know about frozen.
I don't know,
Yeah.
guys. I think that means we need to boycott Cracker Barrel. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all go give Peyton
Nah, I
Moody some
need
attention.
money.
It kind
Go
of
give
offends
P.
me.
Moody attention to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, it kind
Cracker
of
Barrel's
offends
the
me.
best,
It
man.
offends me a little bit.
What offends you?
The fact that it says cracker in it.
Oh yeah, that is. That's man. Hey, that's another reason we need to boycott Cracker Barrel.
I'm
now.
just kidding. We're not
Wow.
snowflakes over here at the
Nah,
Bobby Turtle
hey,
Podcast.
This ain't no snowflake
This ain't
podcast.
snowflake
What are you
territory.
talking about? Get out of it. If you're a snowflake, go on, get.
Yeah, I
This
don't
ain't
know.
your place.
Yeah, I would say
Not at all, not at
listen,
all.
and I care about your opinion. But if you're a snowflake, go back up north. It's where you belong, in the snow.
Actually,
Okay.
not even the north. Go like to Canada.
Yeah, go to no.
Canada doesn't exist.
No, Canada's kind of cool, I guess. It stays cold. I like the cold weather.
I don't know. I don't really believe in Canada. I
There's
feel
such
like it's like
peaceful people.
Yeah, no, I've never actually I don't think I've ever met somebody in person from Canada.
I never have.
It's
Like
kind of
literally.
like we've never seen a baby pigeon. Maybe Canadian people are created by the government, just like the pigeons.
There's no such thing as a baby pigeon.
Have you
Bro,
ever seen
what?
one or ever heard about
You
one?
ain't heard about that?
I have not ever heard of a baby pigeon.
Exactly. And where are they always? Where are they always at? In the heavily populated cities, standing on top of
Hold up.
buildings.
Hold up.
How
Hold up.
you think Google gets all them pictures?
Guys, I'm sorry, but this might be our last episode. I think I accidentally dropped my address in the background to like Spotify and stuff. So
Epstein didn't kill himself.
No.
yeah, Epstein did not kill himself. What do you think about that, Peyton?
Please don't kill Charleston.
hey, free Charlie. Free Charlie.
Free Charlie.
Guys, I can't wait to get in the action and hear what Peyton has to say. All right, guys. So the first question that was submitted to us was, who is the kicker for the Washington football team? This person didn't really specify what football team they were talking about. They just said the football team, so I assume it's the Washington football team and not Albany or somewhere or LSU or Alabama, whoever. But the kicker for the Washington football team, the way I'm going to answer this question, is Dustin Hopkins.
Who is that?
Who is that? Yeah.
We don't know. We don't really know anything about him because he plays for the football team. His position is kicking team for the football team.
Yeah.
The kicker for the kicking team for the football team.
He is at the bottom of relevance.
More than likely, especially considering he plays for a team with no name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got NFC Player of the Week this week, though.
Yeah.
He's making money though.
Yeah,
That's all that
making money.
matters.
He's making more than we are. I mean, maybe not Moody. Boy, making bank over at Cracker Barrel, probably.
Not at all.
No bank at Cracker Barrel.
No, man.
I just applied for a job at Academy and at Dillard's.
Why Dillard's?
Cause I like dressing up fancy.
So are you gonna help people dress up fancy?
Yeah,
You should be a tailor.
I'm gonna be one. I'm gonna be a tailor.
That's kind of incredible.
I'm be measuring people.
So you're gonna do a lot of things. You're gonna do this podcast with me. You're gonna be a professional firefighter, and you're gonna be a tailor.
Yes.
So that means whenever we start videoing this thing, you could dress me up pretty well.
I'll be a cobbler too. I'll make shoes.
A what?
A cobbler.
A cobbler? I thought that was food, guys.
Bro, what?
No, I ain't talking. I ain't talking like peach cobbler. I'm talking a cobbler. You ever seen the Adam Sandler movie?
I thought it was called a shoemaker.
No, he's a cobbler.
No, I did not know it was a
Why you gotta say
cobbler.
what accent?
Oh no, that was new wrinkle on my old horn, I guess, huh?
Cobbler.
Goblin. Peyton Moody, you and I both had a run with the new consoles. How'd yours go?
It was awful, man. Like, I knew the day it was gonna restock was coming up, so I set a reminder 3 days ahead, and I was waiting on the site for 30 minutes. Got to the part where I had to plug in my card number. I hit pay, and it's out of stock. It was miserable, man. I was so upset, and I'm still waiting to this day.
Yeah, I know they sold out online in like 4 seconds. The next big restock is not until April.
That's so far away.
Maybe you can like randomly get lucky and catch it at Target or something like that.
Maybe.
So do the Xboxes and the PlayStations restock at the same time? or-
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
That's
From what
it's
I hear
been
so
doing.
far. For those of you that don't know, I sat outside at GameStop Denham Springs for 13 hours, long hours, from Thursday evening at 6 p.m. until Friday morning 7 a.m. And it was just insane. Worst experience of my life, considering I didn't get anything.
Yeah,
So there
man,
was-
that's
There was a line for the PlayStation people, and the GameStop workers came out at 6 when I got there. And they had told us, they said, we know that there's at least 2, but there's definitely no more than 4. So they couldn't tell us how many there were. They had no idea, apparently, supposedly. That being said, I sat out there for 13 hours in that 3 spot, hoping there was at least 3. Get up to the line at 7 a.m., and there's only 2. They come slap the paper on the door that says they're sold out of PlayStation 5s as soon as I get up there to go inside.
Oh my
Man,
god,
it was
dude.
heartbreaking.
I'd have broke some glass.
It
I would
was
have broke some glass and some jaws.
Oh, they had that thing completely locked up though. Like you couldn't even see inside the store.
Really?
It was
They were prepared.
crazy. Like they were prepared. They had a police officer come up there at like 5 a.m. while I was on duty, I believe. And he like asked the guys that were in the line for the Xbox. He's like, "Hey, how many Xboxes are there?" They said at least 2, but no more than 4 is what we know right now. They ended up having like 8 Xboxes. But the police officer was like, "Man, y'all effing suck," and just walked off on duty. Was gonna come back at 7 to try to slide in that line and get something, but he would have had no luck anyway. The line was wrapping around the store at that point. So then at like 4 a.m., I'm still sitting outside, and I hear this pop, and it's like, "Pow!" And I was like, "Man, one of y'all got little dynamites or something trying to play with us?" And then the guy was like, "Nah, man, that came from like the hood side of Denham Springs, right across the
pop.
street." And I hear, "Bop, bop, 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 bop." I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, well, that's probably the sound of my first murder." And then police officers and
Of your
ambulance and
first
stuff
murder?
like that go,
Was it you?
"No, I wasn't the one that got murdered. Obviously, I mean,
No.
Nah, he was
Were
the
you-
one
were
killing.
you doing the murdering?
no."
Because you just said that was your first murder. It wasn't your
Witness.
first witness.
My first murder
no, no,
witness.
no.
Sorry
No, it
about
really
that,
wasn't
you guys.
witness.
It was
Confirmed.
heard. Yeah, I heard the thing go off. Well, from there, it was just bang, 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 and then police sirens, ambulances going everywhere. And I'm like, I don't know about this. I'm questioning my Black Friday shopping abilities at that point.
I just want my
But-
PS5, man.
Yeah, that's all I was after was just a PS5. And then I get to that door and they slap the sticker on there as soon as I go to get in. It says they're sold out, and that was heartbreaking. Cade, have you had any luck with the new consoles? Have you thought about getting one? Or
Nah, man. I don't know if I could pay that much money for a console. It's kind of against everything I've ever said. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it.
yeah,
I'll just wait till like 2 years later, and then I'll buy them when they're all cheap, kind of like they did with the PS4s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever the prices go down.
Yeah, when
whenever
it's
they
not-
release like a PS5 Pro or something.
Yeah, when it's not cool anymore.
You know, when it's
So.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's not looking like it's going to be relevant anytime soon, considering their next release is going to be April. But they had 55,000 people waiting on Walmart's website alone in the time of the release of the PS5.
I
just
can
for the
imagine
PS5.
GameStop.
I was one of them.
It was crazy. Like and like I said, the numbers of people that were at GameStop in person in Denham Springs was wrapped around the store. I went to the Hammond GameStop originally to try to get one, and the guy in the front of the line that was there from Wednesday, planning on getting the PS5, had his PS5 sold to the guy in the back of the line for $2,000 and counting. Like
$2,000.
$2,000 cash. Dude had the cash on him. I walked up there and I was like, "Hey man," he was like, "I'll sell you my spot." I was like, "How much?" He's like, "I don't think you got the money." I was like, "Man, what you mean?" I was like, I thought he was kind of rude with it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Let me think here." He's like, $2,500 is the lowest I'll go now. I was like,
$2,500.
I was like, "Yeah, you could keep your PS5."
It's not even
So
worth
then,
it.
so I went to Denham, failed there as well. Every GameStop anywhere within 75 miles of Denham Springs only had 2 in stock, PlayStations.
They need to start making more.
All right, so from there, guys, what is your biggest fear, Cade?
Dying with somebody that I don't like.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just don't like them, so I don't want to die with them.
So, like, is there anything that motivates that to be your biggest fear? Like, why does that scare you?
I don't know, just because like I don't know. It's terrible. Why would you want to die with somebody you don't like?
I guess that makes
Or
sense.
what?
I mean,
In a
just
sense.
why? Why would you want to die with somebody you don't like? That's just there's nothing good there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, my biggest fear is getting paralyzed.
You could give them some pretty solid
I
last
don't think I
words,
could
though.
be
Yeah,
paralyzed. You
my-
better just put me out
My,
there.
yeah, I was gonna say they're like when you ask somebody what's the worst thing that could happen, they're like you could die. It's never the worst thing that could happen. You can get paralyzed from the neck down.
Right, yeah, that's terrible. Peyton, what's yours?
Oh, mine, it has to be heights. I know it's like a typical fear, but like ever since I was a little kid and I went up to Tennessee, Ruby Falls right there next to Dollywood. I stood next to the end of the mountain. I grabbed the railing and it started shaking. I was like, no, I can't do this. Ever since I just not been my thing.
Yeah. So, you've seen those bridges maybe on Facebook and stuff, like the all glass bridges where it's like mountaintop to mountaintop. Would you ever do that?
No, you wouldn't even catch me on top, getting up there to the bridge. Like, I can't do that.
You wouldn't go mountaintop at all.
Not at all.
No mountains ever. You'll never go hiking.
I mean, as long as I'm not like near the edge and I'm like
Speaking
looking
of
down.
hiking, why do people find that fun? Can you send that in? How do people find hiking fun?
Well, they don't have to send it in. Let's go ahead and answer that right now. How is hiking fun?
It's not.
I don't think so. I mean,
It's alright. I mean,
It's like let's
maybe-
hike 11 miles to see a waterfall we could drive to in 2 miles.
oh, like, that's excessive though. Like
That's
11
stupid.
miles, I couldn't do that.
No, like what hiking?
Like a
what-
short hike's alright, but
Yeah, cool. Like, but we hike to stay in shape. Go run. Not like
what's
don't. What's the fun in walking?
look at the scenery.
Yeah, you can Google pictures. I mean, wow.
So what's the place in Mississippi called?
Is it Red Bluff?
Pine?
I think
Red
so, I
Bluff?
think so.
Yeah, Red Bluff.
Red Bluff, yeah.
Yeah, what's the purpose of that place to go hike all around?
I don't know.
I don't think
It's
I'd ever
just-
catch myself doing it.
No,
Just
my
for
mom,
just for pictures, like just Google the pictures. Like that's what people go there for is like pictures. Just make a Snapchat sticker of yourself in Nike Pro shorts or something. Typical white girl thing. Put it on the gram. Do what you got to do with it. Nobody ever knows that you weren't there if you edit it and crop it right. I promise. I'm not a pro at this stuff. Maybe P. Moody knows what he's talking about when it comes to photo editing.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm taking a class on it, but like, it's so dumb. I'm failing it because they grade so hard. I feel like it's a college art class, and I can't draw. I can't do anything. Like, art's not my thing.
Art's definitely not my thing. Like last year, I took a class at the Literacy Center, and it was called engineering, and it did not have the first thing to do with engineering. Not one bit of. I spent more time drawing in that class than engineering, and it really like just irritated me. I didn't learn anything out of it. Failed the final.
You guys sound like y'all done some eventful things in your life, like in high school. I haven't.
You haven't done anything eventful in your high school career.
I mean, no, nothing that's worthy of talking about.
Wow.
I don't do that much outside of school. I don't, at least like in school. I mean,
Yeah.
lately I've been like, nah, I can't do this anymore, and I just drop it. But like, I used to be like that kid. I used to do beta. I used to do 4-H. I used to do all these clubs.
Well,
Nah, it's not my thing.
I'm in beta, but I'm on probation, and I don't think that's gonna last any longer
Ooh.
because
Well, on probation like Lil Wayne.
I got a 2.7 right now, guys.
That's
You idiot.
come on, man.
You're an
You gotta
idiot.
study.
Is that your favorite quote now?
What?
Is that your favorite quote? Just call people an idiot?
I mean, just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
Why am I an idiot?
I mean, look in the mirror.
Well, I'm
Ask
shocked you
yourself that
didn't. I'm shocked you didn't drop the Saints fan card on me again.
That's so you
Oh
just brought
my.
it back. It's because you are a Saints fan.
All right.
Well,
Well,
it's the 33rd
back-
best team in the NFL.
we'll go back to the biggest
Yeah,
fear
yeah.
thing. My biggest fear, personally, is probably also being paralyzed like Kate. I just feel like that's a horrible feeling.
Naked grandmas are up there too.
Naked grandmas.
That's a bad fear.
Ooh.
That's a fear. That's a fear, bro.
I don't know what I'd do if I walked in
I
on
don't know.
that.
I've never thought of a
If I
naked
walked in
grandma.
on a naked grandma, I would probably cry, and then I would probably have to do hardcore drugs after that.
Hardcore drugs. Go to Oregon. Perfect spot for you. That's a
Yeah, it's all
start.
legal there.
Hey, decriminalize everything. Any hard drug is decriminalized.
Just regulate it. Tax it. Tax dollars.
They
will
living
go
right
up.
over there.
Tax black tar.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk about music for a little bit. Let's go for Louisiana rappers. Let's talk NBA YoungBoy.
Boo.
Are you a fan of NBA YoungBoy?
He's got like so many people hating on him. I mean,
Trash
he's
as
alright.
hell.
He's alright.
as
I mean,
hell.
like I'll
Trash as
listen
hell.
to him, but like
Oh yeah,
he's not up there in like top.
He's got a few decent little songs, but nothing. It all sounds the same, man. It's terrible. He's so generic.
I mean, he's a crackhead. He's in the studio like 24/7
Yeah,
for like 3 days.
Nobody
That is
drops
true.
60 songs a month like YoungBoy.
It's like, what's
He
the
does.
point?
He drops so much, and it's insane. It kind of scares me sometimes.
Well, you can tell when he drops music though. You don't really have to just look on anybody's Snapchat because there's always that one person that posts YoungBoy's new song. This be fire. Shut up.
This be fire.
Shut up. YoungBoy's trash.
I kind of like YoungBoy. I couldn't like. He's not my everyday go-to rapper for like getting hyped up or
that's not
anything
saying
like
much
that.
from a Saints fan.
But
Yeah.
come on now, give me some slack. Give me some slack. All right, Lil Wayne, another Louisiana boy.
Oh, that's the
He's a
best
goat.
rapper of all time.
He's a
I
goat.
love Lil Wayne.
No
That's
one
the best
tops
rap-
him. No one tops him.
No one tops him. I mean, in any situation, Lil Wayne is the hardest rapper out.
What's your favorite Lil Wayne song?
Ooh, I haven't listened to Lil Wayne in a hot minute. I couldn't
Mine's
tell you.
probably Blunt Blowing.
I like
That song just when the beat drops right there. It's
Amelia's
pretty
beat drop is
Yeah.
insane.
But wasn't it on Madden? Kind of ruined it.
Amelia was on Madden.
Yeah. No, it was 6 foot, 7 foot that was on Madden.
Yeah, 6', 7'. But that song used to go hard.
It used
did
to be
go
good.
hard. I would if it were played right now, I would still go stupid. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
After this session here, we're gonna go ahead and listen to some 6', 7'.
all right.
Kevin Gates. You like Gates?
Ooh, that's my baby. I love me some
He
Kevin Gates.
He said, "That's my
That
baby."
boy Kevin Gates booty.
You don't like Kevin
That's
Gates?
all I'll be
No,
listening
I
to.
love Kevin Gates. He just eats booty. It's kind of weird.
What
Don't
Beckham
be hating,
eats,
don't be hating.
Well, let's not talk about what OJ.
Gunn eats a lot of food.
My God.
All right. I'm a Kevin Gates guy myself.
Me too. Love Kevin Gates.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's great. Favorite song by Kevin Gates?
Ooh, it'd have to be Love Bug. It's
Give
such
me
a classic.
give me top 3 Kevin Gates songs.
Love Bug, Satellites, and Supposed to Be in Love.
I got you. Okay, go ahead.
My top 3 are. It's hard because he's such a. He's just got. I don't really think he's got too many bad songs
Mm-mm.
in general. I'm gonna go
I don't
No
know.
One, Paper Chasers,
Mm.
and probably IHOP. I love that song. I just
Yeah,
actually
so
remember
good.
that one.
What about
IHOP's
you,
really
Charleston?
My top 3 would have Paper Chasers in it, but it says Springfield. I don't like Springfield.
Springfield,
I don't like
Springfield sucks.
Springfield sucks. Springfield will forever suck in my
Springfield
heart.
trash.
If we have any listeners from Springfield, you know what?
You trash.
Keep listening, but you trash.
Yeah,
What was the final score? 112 to 53 or something
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah, for the
Girls
basketball
Girls
game.
basketball
yeah,
game
We
last
walked
night.
all over them. Just marched all over Springfield, and I love to see it. If I was there, you definitely would have heard it from me a lot, like we did at the football game. Kate, you heard all the
Yeah.
Springfield suck chants, put Travis in, everything else. That was so much
It
fun.
was such a great night.
But my top 3 Kevin Gates songs is probably Satellites, Walls Talking, and Two Phones. Two Phones is just a.
It's such a classic, man.
You don't like Walls
It's a
Talking?
very dumb answer. Two Phones is so overplayed.
Well, it's just
It's
still
a
like
classic,
a classic.
though.
You just can't overlook
Yeah.
it.
You can overplay it still.
All right, let's talk about Boosie.
Boosie,
Boosie
ooh.
Boosie.
set it off in this
Top
mother
3
effort.
Top 3 Boosie songs, Cade.
Oh, Do the Ratchet, Set It Off, and probably it's.
Set it off in this
Ah.
moment.
Set it off.
I don't know. There's too many to choose a 3 because like probably 10 songs could fall in the 3 category. So I'm just gonna leave that one blank.
So you're gonna go for 2 out of 3.
I'm just gonna do it.
What are your 2 again?
Set It Off and Do the Ratchet.
I'll go with Wipe Me Down, Set It Off, and Crazy. And honorable mention is No Juice. I love No Juice.
Oh yeah, No Juice is my number 3. I forgot about that song. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song.
How about you, Moody?
It'd have to be Wipe Me Down, Set It Off, and No Juice.
Those are 3 greats. Go ahead and rank these 5 artists. I think it's 5, right? NBA
Yeah.
Youngboy, Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates, and Boosie. Is that 5?
That's
I don't know.
4.
I can't
Yeah.
count. I go to
It's
Albany.
4. It's 4.
So rank those top 4.
I'll
1
go.
through 4.
I'll go Lil Wayne.
And number 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boosie at 2, Gates at 3, and Youngboy at 58.
Youngboy at 58.
And there's only 4.
Yeah, and I have to agree with Cade. I mean, like, Lil Wayne's a classic. He's a goat. Nobody tops him.
I'll go Boosie, Gates, Wayne, and Youngboy.
Oh my God, you are an
Boosie
idiot,
is my
first
favorite,
off. You're
man.
An idiot.
I
You're an
love
idiot.
Boosie. Like there's, like you said though, with the 10 songs, like there's definitely more than 10 that I could
No, but
list
there's
for
so
Boosie.
many more Wayne songs I've done before.
Well, there
Boosie
is,
songs.
but I don't know. I'm a Boosie guy.
That's a dumb answer.
It's not a dumb answer. Do you just think everything I say is dumb?
No, man, you've been on one today.
I've been on one today. Well, apparently I was on one yesterday because you don't like me for being a Saints fan already.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, imagine almost losing to the Jets. Thank God that they had Greg Williams as their former
Imagine
defensive
losing.
coordinator.
Imagine losing to the team that almost lost to the Jets.
Let's not talk about it. All right. We weren't planning on talking too much about sports today other than this topic, and that is The Crushers baseball team.
Oh, don't take me back to that.
Go ahead.
Oh,
What
bad
position
mem-
did you play for the Crushers?
I was mainly I would like intertwine between with pitcher between Xander and me,
Right.
and then it'd be like I would play catcher as well.
Did you play second base for us as well? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I was
I hated being out there. Though.
I was first baseman on that team, and that was probably the worst baseball team I ever played for. It was well coached. Coach Chris was an
yeah,
incredible
it was a
coach.
good coach, but like
was-
it was just not a good team.
We just did not have the players at all. I mean, I miss those guys, but we weren't good.
I know it was a great friends, but I just didn't enjoy it. Like I remember one game at the World Series, I cursed Lane's mom out because I got so mad. I'm so sorry, Lane. I didn't mean to do your mom like that, but I just couldn't take it anymore.
Y'all still beef about that or no?
No, we haven't brought it up in a long time actually.
Okay. Well, he's gonna hear about that on this episode. Remember the game that we played in where we were up 8-1 at the bottom of the seventh, last inning. All we had to do was get 3 outs.
How
And
old
we
were
get-
y'all when this happened?
14.
14, yeah.
14U. Remember that game? Didn't we have them at 2 outs and 8-1?
Yeah, it was like
It was
all we had
either
to do
an
was
out
get
or
them
two,
out.
and all we had to do was get like 1 or 2 outs.
We just
And
couldn't
we
do
ended
it.
up blowing the lead. We ended up losing that game 9-8. That was the first game that we would have won all season. Like the whole entire thing. We went to the World Series just because everybody got to go to the World Series. I guess we were
Everybody
kids
did.
and they wanted to make us feel good about ourselves. But it doesn't matter. We didn't do anything there. We get to the World Series,
First 3 games.
went home after the second day. We played 2 games the first day and went 0-2, got absolutely smoked. And then we played the Tarpons the third day. Wasn't it the Tarpons?
I think so, yeah.
And
yeah.
the Tarpons from South Lafourche.
Anytime you ever
Oh.
played the Tarpons in any league possible, you lost.
They weren't 14. Those guys were 6'8".
Yeah.
Every one of them.
They had
There was no
full-grown
guy under
beards
6
and
foot
everything.
tall.
I remember when I was playing 15U. That was the first time I ever got a. No, it wasn't 15U. It was 13 or 14U.
Was
And
it on the Lightning when we played together?
yeah, it was for the Lightning. And I remember it was Coach Hunter told me.
Oh, yep.
He looked at me because this dude had he was a donkey, bro. He went freaking oppo on me. So he was a righty, so he went oppo to right field and just golfed it over the fence. So he said, okay, hit him next time he comes up to bat. I said, all right, pegged him right in the head.
Was this a World
Take 'em out the
Series or when
game.
was this?
It was a World Series, yeah.
You said the Tarpons we were playing?
Yeah, we were playing the Tarpons, and then probably 4 or 5 batters later, I took a line drive right off my right ankle. Right off my ankle. That was the worst
Ooh.
experience of my life. And there was a Dominican ref, or an umpire, and he walks up to me and he goes, oh, you'll be okay. And I was like, no, I won't be okay. You'll be all right. Get away from me. I'll slap the piss out you. Chill out.
God have mercy. Back to the biggest fear. My biggest fear also was the Tarpons. The South
Not the-
Lafourche Tarpons. I got to give it to you guys. Y'all are cornbread fed. Absolute giant. It was like David versus Goliath, but we weren't David. They were just Goliath.
And
They were
this
just
wasn't the
giants.
Bible, it was baseball.
Yeah, it was baseball. and yeah, it just was not good against those guys anytime we played them. Do you remember our final record to end that?
Not exactly, but I know we did not win a single game.
We were like
tied,
0
we
and-
tied 1.
We were 0-20 plus and won. So
Yeah,
with the tie.
good
Like, we
with the
lost
tie.
at least 20 games. Every tournament we went to, we lost.
Man, I play like the Lions. The Lions always tie one game every year in the NFL. There's always one tie game that the Lions have.
It sounds like the Bengals this year as well, except for they won games when they had Joe Burrow. Also, prayers for Joe Burrow. Hope he recovers soon.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Big Dick Joe.
All right. Is LSU still DBU? Are they still allowed to claim that name?
What do you think?
I'm 50-50 about it. Until they get rid of Bo Pelini, I don't think we're DBU.
Until Cordell Flott breaks his leg, we're not DBU anymore.
Or quits football. One
Or
of the
quits
two.
football. One or the other,
I'd
yeah.
rather him not break his leg, but if he doesn't quit, then
Shout out Cordell Flott, you suck. No.
it's really just a Bo Pelini issue. I mean, Cordell Flott contributes to Bo Pelini by sucking. Those are my two favorite. Bo Pelini is my favorite opposing team offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's just that bad. He's terrible.
And I think I'm sad to say it, but I think he'll be here for another year because LSU can't afford his buyout because we're in so much debt because of the COVID.
We had a 2-year contract with him.
Yeah.
Thank God it's only 2.
2 year, $2.5 million a year. He made $1 million less than Coach O.
God, that's a lot of money.
You think Coach O's on the hot seat now?
No, he'll be on the hot seat if he does the same crap next year. He won a national championship last year, bro. You can't put him on the hot seat yet.
Yeah.
So, Cade,
Give him some time.
do you think LSU is still DBU?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think one season defines you as DBU.
Do you think after next season with Bo Pelini again we'll still be DBU?
I mean, if the young guys get developed, we have the best DB coach in the nation, Corey Raymond.
Right.
I don't know if he's got a lot to work with because all his DBs look like Ethiopian children who haven't eaten in 35 days. But I mean, they're literally 6'4", 110 pounds. They look like. They look like they're starving.
God, hating on skinny people.
Oh God.
Rip Moody over here.
Oh, well, bro, Moody, bro, they look smaller than you, son.
How?
I don't know, bro. They look little.
How is that
Dude,
possible?
pull up a picture of Cordell Flott. Cordell Flott looks like he should be on the 8th grade football team, but still playing on the 7th grade team.
That's all.
Still playing on the Sound.
Still playing.
Yeah. He's still in like JV middle school.
It's like the Tarpons. It looked like they should be on the senior baseball team, but instead they're playing 14U against us little kids and just
I
going
just wonder
yard
where
every
all
single
those
time they
guys
step
went
to the
to high
plate.
school at. Because holy shit, they must be rocking, just rocking the ball.
They
Must
pissed
be-
on everything they
just-
swung at.
Unless they didn't grow.
Everything
'Cause
they
that's
swung.
possible too.
I mean, the good news is I wasn't a good pitcher, so I just walked everybody that went up anyway. So I never had a piss missile go over the fence on me at any given point because I never pitched them a strike.
Yeah, one time against we were playing it was a AAA team, and I was playing for the Warhawks, and every single ball, I think I gave up 9 home runs that game.
9 homers
Ooh.
against a AAA team. Wow. I remember we had the Lightning, right? When we had that scrimmage against who was it? Was it the Nationals or the Wolves?
Yeah, it was something.
One of them travel ball teams, and they just smacked us at Coyell Ballpark. Thank God there was nobody there to watch it.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
so
bad.
They walked all over us. A couple buddies of mine were on that team, and they just
They were better than us at baseball.
we were 13U, and their pitcher was throwing what, like 80, 85.
Yeah, the pitcher was freaking Colin Hayden.
Bro, he's
I
just
thought it was
built
Hunter
different.
Bankston.
No, it was Colin Hayden. Colin Hayden was their main pitcher.
Does he still play?
Yeah, he plays for I think Doyle. Doyle now.
Doyle got all those guys.
Yeah, Doyle's very
It
good.
seems like, at least.
Yeah, Doyle's very good.
Yeah, they picked up a lot of people.
Final score to the Dallas-Baltimore game. And also, let's go ahead and list our predictions. Kate, starting with you. What was your prediction for that game last
I
night?
believe my prediction was 28-3 or 24-3. It was one of those. I can't quite remember.
I think I went 38 or 28-10.
Yeah.
And the final score of that game was actually 34-17. Neither one of us were really spot on with our predictions. We were,
You were closer than I was. I thought
Yeah.
Dallas sucked more than that.
I did too, but they actually had Andy Dalton at quarterback. It wasn't Ben DiNuccio like I announced last night.
Ooh.
It could be. I mean, it could have been him, but it wasn't. It was Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah, because Dak Prescott messed up his ankle, huh?
Yeah, he got hurt
Dak-
real
He got
bad.
hurt real bad. Did you see the video of it?
Yeah.
It was really rough.
I don't know
Oh.
how he made it through. But that hurts. It has to.
So we got 2 more questions to answer for you guys. The first one is what is the scariest moment of your life? We'll start with you, Peyton.
I mean, there's a lot that I'm not going to speak about because legal reasons. But like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
It-
sure he's pretty scared of Leroy just staring him right down right now because
ooh,
Leroy and Moody got a little beef going.
not Leroy. Come on, man. You gotta get away from me.
He
Mo's
said he wanted to be
Mo's
right
better.
there.
Mo's
Mo is
better.
not better. Well,
Yes, he is.
hey, let's put a debate on. After this, y'all go look at the socials on Instagram at Official Bobby Turtle Podcast. Y'all vote for either Leroy or Mo. Leroy is a liger. His mom actually jumped the fence to Mike the Tiger's cage. They made love, and then Leroy came out. His mom was a
Ooh.
lion, and Leroy's dad, obviously Mike, is a tiger, and that's just where Leroy came from. So tell me a little bit about Mo. Is Mo anybody?
Mo's just my backseat rider, man. Like he pulls all the girls. I don't know. Leroy can't do like that.
Leroy definitely does it like that.
No,
Leroy
he can't.
always asking where the white women at, bro.
He always asks him that.
Nah.
Like at least twice a week, he'll be sitting in the back of that Silverado. He'd be like, "Say, bro." I'd be like, "What's up, Leroy?" He'd be like, "Where all the white women at, cuh?" I'd be like, "Yo, we on the way right now." Shoot, we make a little drop, open the door, honk the horn twice, double tap, meep meep. Even though my horn sounds like a Kia Soul in that big old truck.
Not a Kia Soul.
So what does Mo do? Is Mo anybody other than quote unquote pulling girls? Even though he never asked where the white women at.
Yes, he does. Don't even with that.
I've never saw it.
He's just a pimp, man.
He's a pimp.
That's what he does.
Is he a pimp like you, or is he just a pimp?
He's pimp like me.
He's on your level?
He's a pimp.
Ooh.
Well, he's almost a pimp. He's not a pimp like me though.
Oh.
Nah, not like Payne. Payne's that
Ooh.
man.
I like Big Daddy.
I like Big Daddy Payne.
Yes, sir. So, Cade,
Yeah.
what's the scariest moment of your life?
One night we were going around trout lines, and it was my bass boat. Something happened to it. That's before I bought my flatboat, and I called a buddy of mine. He said, "Yeah, we can take my long tail out there." So we go out there, and he's like, "Hey, well, on the way there, you want to set some noodles, some jug lines?"
For those of you that
Yeah.
don't know what noodles are, it's basically like you take a pool noodle or a jug or something like that, and you tie fishing string to it, and you just sink the string with a big sinker and a treble hook usually. It's to catch catfish.
Catfish
And
and gar.
Catfish and
Yeah.
gar, right.
Yeah, so
Good go.
he said you want to go thaw out these noodles on the way to these trout lines. So on the way back, we can pick them up. I said yeah. So on the way back, they got this noodle. It's sinking under. It's seeking under. So we're like, oh, it's something big. It's a big gar. It's a
Yeah,
big
it's gotta
catfish.
be.
So I go to pull it up. Whatever's on there came off of the hook. And as soon as I stood up, I guess my leg caught that ice chest I was sitting on, and a noodle slid under that ice chest. And when I sat back down, I rolled right over the edge of the boat because the ice chest
Ooh.
I just tipped off of it. And it was probably about 10 minutes before that we had seen a bunch of alligators coming up there. So I was like, damn, bro, I'm finna die. But I didn't die.
So your biggest fear is
Um,
not alligators.
No, I'm not scared of alligators.
Gotcha. So I don't know. I don't like alligators at all personally. I got Leroy to protect me though. Mo can't do anything for Moody, so I feel bad for the guy
Oh, come on.
if something
Stop
tries to
dogging on
attack
me
him.
like that.
But Leroy got my back. I've seen Leroy scratch anything. He will tear you alive. Like it's insane. He's cold blooded.
You know
He
what's
don't
better?
he don't
than,
even got no heart.
You know what's better than both of y'all's?
What?
Karen, the mountain lion off of Talladega Nights.
Oh no.
It's
Not
not even a
Talladega
competition.
Nights.
That's the greatest animal of all time.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I guess I could say the scariest moment of my life would probably be I flipped my four-wheeler one time. And it was like
I do that like every other day.
I don't know. It was my first time flipping my four-wheeler though. I was in first grade and I had this four-wheeler that my dad set me up on. He got it for me, and the throttle got stuck on it. And like even if you pushed it in and let go, it would come back,
Yeah, the
but it
throttle
would still
cable
be
was messed
stuck.
up, yeah.
Well, I get on it. First time I get on it, I hop on there and I give it some gas, and I'm just riding around the yard. I'm like 8 years old, and I make a left, and I go to let off the gas to do it, and nothing happened. We're still rolling. My dad's
Ooh.
running after me, screaming. I'm pressing every brake I could think of as an 8-year-old kid. So I get to the woods, and I'm like about to hit a tree. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I just cut hard left, flip that thing. Man, I thought I was cool. I took a selfie in the mirror because I had like a scratch from my eye. I don't know. I also got clout from it at the same time.
You got clout from the females.
Oh yeah, they were everywhere. That was before Leroy too.
Ooh.
Imagine that. Like the pre-Leroy times they were still there, but man, ever since I got Leroy,
That was a rough time in your life. You don't know what it was like.
Times are
without Leroy.
better.
I don't know. Yeah, times are definitely better with Leroy around. All right, guys, our third question is kind of a political question. We don't mind those around here, but what do you think about decriminalizing weed? Moody, go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
I don't
first,
see the
Cody.
problem, man. Like, it doesn't hurt anybody.
So, what's your reason for supporting it? Just
I don't know. I mean, like, obviously people have those, like, medical issues, and I know medical is legal, but, like, why not make it recreational? I mean, as long as they're, like, safe with it, like, they don't
Right.
drive or anything, I don't see the problem.
right.
I've said for years, if we legalize marijuana, we could tax it and we could regulate it just like we regulate, say, cigarettes and tobacco, and we could actually do a higher tax on it. Instead of like our sales tax here is 9%, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like
So
nine.
say it's 14% for marijuana in Louisiana. So all the money, the tax money is going to help out the state and everything else. But I think it could help out so drastically because I know several people who smoke it. I personally don't, but I know several people who do. And it doesn't seem to stop them from living their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
About the taxes thing, John
Yeah.
Bell puts plenty of taxes on us anyway, so I don't know if raising a marijuana tax would help
Well,
us that much.
No, because what our national spending budget.
Go to
federally-
hell, John Bell.
Our national budget for spending right now federally, I think it's $4 trillion a year. Well,
yeah, it's something like that.
so we're actually we're like $22 trillion in debt because of George W. Bush after 9/11
Yep.
because of the military funds. But I think raising that tax on that would allow us to get back out of debt federally, and and we could actually drop the federal budget to say $1 or $2 trillion a year to prevent debt like that happening again.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
kind of like that idea. I got to agree with Cade with the taxes thing. That's a new idea. It wasn't really my original, but it really makes a lot of sense for me. I personally do not smoke marijuana, but for someone that does, maybe for recreational use, as long as you raise the taxes on them and they're willing to pay that, I'm all for it at
Yeah,
this point.
facts. I mean,
Yeah.
the tax
I mean,
dollars
people
go
do it
up.
anyway. Who cares, right?
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, they're not really at this point. There's so much stuff going on with marijuana. As long as you don't have like 500 pounds, I think you should be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have I think you have to have over 14 grams on you to go to jail for having marijuana. 14 grams is that's a lot of weed.
Yeah, it's a lot to have on you at once.
The only situation I don't support it in is like, let's say you're working like in the plants or something, and you're 40 foot up on a scaffold, 60 foot up on a scaffold, carrying like a pipe or something like that, and you took your smoke break to go smoke a Fat J, and you get up on the scaffold, and you know how like it weakens your muscles and stuff like that. You get up on the scaffold and you're carrying this big long pipe across or something, and you drop the pipe and you kill somebody in the plant. At that point, in that situation, I don't think you could legalize it personally. But you just have to put good enough regulation on it.
It can be legal, but it
just gotta be regulated.
Yeah, you can still drug they can still drug test you for it. Just because it's legal doesn't mean that you can do it and work.
Right.
It's kind of like I feel like it'll be like one of those unwritten rules, like no drinking on the job. Like it's just not something you do. Don't smoke weed on the job. Smoke weed on the weekends at home, just like you would drink your beer.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of agree with you right there. Anything else you got to say about politics, Cade? Anything today?
No, I haven't seen anything today that's changing. Hopefully, we see a little bit more develop on the whole Donald Trump election situation soon.
Yeah, I'm ready to see something happen with that.
But who knows when that can be.
Moody, what about you?
I haven't really seen anything lately that's like too big of like a topic. I mean, I'm just tired of waiting on this election. I just want to see what happens with it.
I'm ready to see what happens myself. If anything changes, I want to see it, and I want to see it fast. I'm getting really impatient.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Also, not only am I getting impatient about that, I'm ready to see what happens in the Georgia senatorial race.
Oh, yeah, because who knows who it is,
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, holding that Senate majority. The Republicans, in my opinion, need to hold that Senate because I don't think there's any way, me personally, that I could deal with the Joe Biden's America with the Democrat and
with the Democrat Senate House and as a president. Democrat. That's insane.
Yeah.
If he does that, I feel like he could pass so many radical things in a sense.
Yeah.
And with Joe Biden being so old and being able to just walk all over in a sense, the way he acts to things, with like Kamala Harris and AOC, they're just gonna run things through his head and he's just gonna let it go. He's gonna go with the flow.
They're just gonna manipulate him.
Yeah, the little bit of brain he's got left.
Right. And it's not.
Make them do what they want.
Unfortunately, he's not all there. It's a sad reality that's who had to represent the Democrats this year. But hey, if he won, more power to the guy. Obviously, he's gonna be the president. But
who's that Asian Democrat? What's his name?
Andrew Yang.
Oh.
I love that guy. He's so funny.
He was pretty good. He was pretty good.
I would take him over.
You know who wasn't good? Bernie Sanders.
Socialism sucks. He's so bad.
Socialism sucks almost as bad as referees against Pearl River for Albany High School football.
It's Bernie Sanders with a steel chair. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen that meme, but it's hilarious.
I think I've seen that before.
But yeah, the Pearl River refs, that was bad too. Those them old ass men.
I think just referees in general are automatically worse than Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, it was, actually, if I ever saw a zebra in the wild, I'd probably drop that bitch. Just because I hate referees that bad.
You know it is better than Bernie Sanders. You know the one guy that definitely is better than Bernie Sanders?
Who?
He's from around here. Let's go ahead and hear it for DJ Shaggy.
Yeah,
DJ Shaggy. You're incredible. I hope you're tuning in, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the second episode of the Bobby Turtle Podcast. Peyton, you have anything to say?
It's just great having me on here. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Absolutely. Well, we hope to have you back one day, man. And thank you so much for coming on the show. First guest of the year, first guest of the show, Peyton Moody.
My pleasure.
Cade, you got anything else to say?
Nah, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'd appreciate it. And text us some feedback. Let us know how we did, because we're always looking for ways to improve the show. And
yeah, we're still growing.
We're still growing. Thank you guys for blowing up those episodes. Still, make sure you run this one up, repost it, tell people about it. Keep telling people about our socials. If you haven't already, go follow our Instagram at official Bobby Turtle Podcast. Go follow our Twitter at Bobby Turtle Pod. Like our Facebook page, official Bobby Turtle Podcast. And after all that, you guys, that's a close for episode 2. Turtle Gang
out.
Yes, sir.
Let's